You know that sound? That's the sound of trust. And for millions of drivers, that trust is being broken not by the road, but by the very car they're sitting in. I've spent 20 years in dealership bays and on test tracks, and I'm telling you, modern cars are being programmed to fail early. Not through some conspiracy, but through a dozen well-meaning features that are slowly grinding your engine, your wallet, and your patience into dust. Today, we're shutting them down. We're going through 23 car features you should disable immediately. And I'm not just reading you a manual. I'm going to tell you why each one is a ticking clock and what it's really costing you. Let's get to work. Feature number 23, Auto Start-Stop System. The math seems simple. An idling engine burns fuel. Turning it off saves it. But engineers and accountants live in a perfect, clean laboratory. You don't. Every single time that system kills your engine at a stoplight, it's not just restarting it. It's executing a high-stress procedure on components that were designed for maybe 2-3 cycles a day. Now imagine doing that 30 times on your commute. The starter motor isn't just a little electric motor. It's engaging a flywheel spinning several hundred pounds of metal. That's a brutal shock every time. I've pulled starters that look like they've been through a war at 40,000 miles, and the only enemy was a green light. Your battery isn't a simple accessory anymore. It's a deep cycle beast constantly being drained and recharged, leading to a much shorter, more expensive lifespan. And that lag when you need to move? It's not in your head. There's a physical delay as systems repressurize and reconnect. In that half second, a gap closes, a pedestrian steps out, an opportunity vanishes. You traded a gallon of gas a year for a $1,000 repair and a moment of vulnerability. The switch is usually on your console. Find it, use it. Feature number 22, Lane Keep Assist on narrow or rural roads. This feature needs a perfect world to work. Crisp, reflective paint, gentle, predictable curves. You give it a faded line on a winding back road or a tar seam it mistakes for a lane marker, and it becomes a backseat driver who's never held a wheel. It doesn't see the road, it sees contrast, a shadow, a wet patch, a repaired pothole. It all looks the same. So when it jerks the wheel because it thinks you're drifting, you're now fighting your own car to avoid a real hazard it can't comprehend. It's exhausting. And in a construction zone with temporary lines, it's downright dangerous. This is a highway tool. On anything else, it's a liability. Take back the wheel. Feature number 21, Adaptive Cruise Control in City Traffic. It's brilliant on the open highway, a godsend for long trips, but bring it into the chaos of city traffic and it reveals its limitations. It's a robot trying to predict human irrationality. It sees a car merging and slams on the brakes. It sees a stationary object at the curb and can't decide if it's a threat. The result is a herky-jerky, nerve-wracking ride that has the passengers in the back reaching for the sick bags. It overreacts, then underreacts. This constant, aggressive cycling of brakes and throttle isn't just uncomfortable. It's putting wear on components designed for smoother, more deliberate use. In the city, you are the best sensor in the car. Don't delegate that job to a confused radar. Feature number 20, Automatic Headlight High Beams. This is technology promising intuition, and it fails spectacularly. The camera looking for headlights or taillights can be fooled by street lights, reflective signs, even a bright moon. You're on a dark, winding road. You need to see the ditch line, and an oncoming car's dim headlight doesn't trigger the dim fast enough. You've just blinded someone. Conversely, you crest a hill, need your highs, and a distant porch light tricks the system into keeping them low. Now you're driving blind into a corner. You are a sophisticated pattern recognition machine with decades of experience. A camera chip is not. This is one area where manual, deliberate control isn't old-fashioned. It's essential. Feature number 19, Daytime Running Lights when parked or idling. Let's be blunt. This is pure energy waste. Their original purpose was marginal visibility in certain poor conditions in certain countries. Now they're just always on. When you're parked, waiting, engine running, you're slowly cooking your headlight bulbs, especially modern LEDs, where replacement means a four-figure bill for the entire assembly, and drawing down your battery for absolutely zero benefit. That constant electrical load adds up, stressing the alternator. It's a slow bleed of your car's vital systems for a feature with no payoff. If your settings allow you to turn them off while stationary, do it. You're not being cheap, you're being sensible. Feature number 18, blind spot monitoring in heavy rain or dirt buildup. This is a classic case of a fair weather friend. When the little radar modules in your rear bumper are clean and dry, they're great. The moment they get coated in road film, slush, or salt, their world becomes a blur of false echoes. You'll get the flashing light for a ghost car, or worse, deadly silence when a car is right there. The system doesn't say, "I'm blinded, sorry." It just stops. And you, lulled into a false sense of security, might make a move you wouldn't have otherwise. In adverse conditions, this tech becomes a distraction at best, a danger at worst. Trust the method that never fails, the mirror and the turn of your head. Feature number 17, TPMS reset reminders. Tire pressure monitoring systems are great when they work, but the reset procedure? It's a form of electronic gaslighting. You check all 4 tires with a quality gauge. They're perfect. You do the reset dance, hold the button, honk the horn, turn the key 3 times while standing on 1 foot, and the light stays on. Now doubt creeps in. Is there a slow leak? Is the sensor broken? It creates anxiety where none should exist. These systems are sensitive to temperature swings, minor altitude changes, even the sun warming one side of the car. After you've manually verified your pressure, don't let a stubborn light bully you. Trust the metal gauge in your hand, not the finicky computer. Feature number 5, keyless entry auto unlock. Convenience is the enemy of security. This feature means your key fob is constantly whispering, "I'm here, come and get me." Thieves with relay amplifiers can stand by your front door, capture that faint signal, boost it to your car in the driveway, and open it in seconds. They never touch your door. They never break a window. The car just lets them in. Beyond theft, it's just imprecise. How many times have you walked past the car in your garage and heard it thunk, unlocked, then relocked, just because your keys were in your pocket? Disable the auto unlock. Make pressing the button a conscious act. It's a 1-second habit that adds a huge layer of security. Feature number 15, auto wipers rain sensing. You ever watch a new driver learn stick? That's what auto wipers are like, constantly in the wrong gear. A light drizzle sends them into a frantic dry slapping frenzy. A sudden downpour leaves you squinting for 3 strokes before they wake up. The sensor is a small, often dirty patch on the windshield. A bug splat, a bit of wax, a frost pattern, it confuses it completely. And when they fail at the worst possible moment. Wiping speed is a direct input about road conditions. It should come from you, not from a confused optical sensor that can't tell mist from a monsoon. Feature number 14, gesture controls. This is technology for the sake of a marketing bullet point. Swiping the air to adjust volume is slower, less reliable, and more distracting than reaching 2 inches to the right and turning a knob. The sensors misfire. A passenger pointing at something outside can change your radio station. Sunlight can trigger it. It's a solution to a problem that was solved over a century ago with the invention of the physical control. It adds cognitive load. You have to remember the specific magic gesture for 0 benefit. It's the first thing every seasoned driver I know turns off, permanently. Feature number 13, seatbelt chime for off-road or short-distance driving. Safety is non-negotiable on public roads, always. But if you're on your own property, moving the car 50 feet in a field, backing a trailer into a spot, or shuffling vehicles in a driveway, that incessant panic-inducing chime is just noise pollution. It trains you to ignore warnings.
Some cars will even keep chiming if you have a bag of tools or a dog in the passenger seat, interpreting the weight as a person. For controlled, off-road, low-speed situations, knowing how to temporarily silence that chime isn't being unsafe. It's preserving your sanity and your ability to hear important sounds around you. Feature number 12, fake engine sound. This is an act of pure deception. Through your car's speakers, they pipe in a synthesized soundtrack meant to mimic a more powerful engine. It's an audio placebo. But here's what you lose: authenticity. The true sound of an engine is vital feedback. It tells you about load, about RPM, about the health of the machine. A fake growl masks the real, potentially useful sounds of a belt whine, a subtle knock, or a change in induction noise. It disconnects you from the mechanical reality of the vehicle. Driving becomes a video game. Turn it off. Listen to the honest